Call the meeting to order for the Village of Round Lake Beach. This is our board meeting for Monday, December 14, 2015. Please call the roll.
Trustee Husk.
Here.
Trustee Valdez.
Here.
Trustee Wallace.
Here.
Trustee Butler.
Here.
Trustee Mount.
Here.
Trustee Bennis.
Here.
Mayor Hill.
Here. Let the record show a quorum is present. Would you all please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Any additions or deletions from the agenda? If not, is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved. Second.
Motion by trustee Butler, second by trustee Bennis. We have a motion and a second. Any corrections, clarifications, changes? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Agenda is approved as written. Then we have the approval of the November 23rd, 2015 council meeting minutes. Any corrections, clarifications in there? If not, is there a motion to approve?
Second.
Motion by trustee Husk, second by trustee Mount. We have a motion and a second. Once again, any questions or clarifications? Again, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Those meeting minutes are approved. We have expenditures tonight to be approved of $2,067,182.57. Some of the larger items in there are like the CLC Joint Action Water Agency for our Fresh Lake Michigan water. We have both October and November bills. One's about $137,000, the other one's about $133,000. And the large one is the debt payment to Amalgamated Bank of $1,258,000 and some change. And a lot of other bills in there. The board have all looked through those, reviewed them, staff have all reviewed them. Anyone on the board have any questions on any of the bills tonight? If not, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Wallace,
Second.
second by trustee Butler. We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Mount.
Aye.
Trustee Bennis.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
That's approved 6-0. We have no ratifications tonight, so we'll move right on to our standing committee reports. Trustee Mount?
Well, thank you, Mayor. I appreciate a crowd coming tonight. I know they came for the SWACO report, so thank you very much. Throughout Lake County, at our Esther Street facility in Gurnee, we have household chemical waste collections, we have electronic collections, pharmaceutical and medical waste collections, clothing and textiles, shoes, fishing line, and other recycling capabilities. These are all at different locations throughout Lake County. Please go to swaco.org for all your solid waste needs. There have been some recent issues, and I've been talking about them, about our electronic collections. And with everybody here, we're at whatever community you live in, make sure with the holidays coming up, any electronics that you get and you want to get rid of everything, take them to one of our 6 locations in Lake County by the end of December. The contractor who we have been talking to out of Plainfield is trying to renege on the contract. So there may not be a place after December 31st for electronics. So we're just been warning everybody. Otherwise, I don't know what we're going to do. This is not only the county of Lake, this is the state of Illinois. So it's a big issue. We all know that in 2012, the state legislation passed a law stating that you can't put electronics in the waste stream, but they didn't say what to do with them. So I may be giving you their addresses, and then you can do whatever's fit. So anyway, visit our Lake County sites, visit swaco.org for all the information, and the one thing that I want everybody to always remember is recycle first, trash last. Thank you.
Thank you, trustee Mount. Any other reports tonight? Okay, move right on to the mayor's report then. Just a couple items here. First, we have the swearing in of new police officers. Chief?
Good evening. Dan, can you come up? Start with Dan Kaiser. You may remember Dan. Dan's an Illinois native and a graduate of Southern Illinois University with a degree in administration of justice. He's a pilot, scuba diver, licensed free diver, and professional skydiver. He spent 2.5 years traveling in foreign countries over the past decade. First hired by Round Lake Beach on December 3rd, 2001, he went to PTI in Champaign, which is our academy, and he graduated second in his class. He spent 2 years on patrol, and he was assigned to SOU for 4.5 years, including a short time in Lake County MEG. Dan pensioned out with a disability following a skydiving accident in August of 2008. He's rehabilitated his injury, and he rejoined the police department on August 18th, 2015. And he just finished the FTO program, and he's currently assigned to the afternoon patrol shift. So if you could step up and be sworn in, Dan.
Hi, Dan. Please raise your right hand. I, Daniel Kaiser,
I, Daniel Kaiser,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of police officer
the duties of the office of police officer
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you. All right. I just need you to sign both copies of that. And one's for you to keep.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
It's good to have Dan back. He's already doing good things for us.
Well, the one and only time I went skydiving, Dan was in the plane with us, and he didn't push me out, but I made sure I went.
Had a little help, did you?
That's what you mean by you had your chance at that time. Tim, you want to come up? Tim Goodwin? And your mother, Tammy? Tim Goodwin is here with his mother, Tammy. He lived in Lakeville, Illinois until he graduated from high school. He moved to Stevens Point, Wisconsin, where he obtained a bachelor's degree in biology. He then moved back to Lakeville for 3 years, where his interest in law enforcement peaked. He tested for the Round Lake Beach Police Department and was hired in March of 2015 as a patrol officer. He attended the Suburban Law Enforcement Academy, where he graduated in the top 10% of his class. He currently volunteers with the Boy Scouts of America, where he is an assistant scoutmaster for Boy Scouts of America Troop 85 and the committee chairman for BSA Venture Crew 185. Tim is eager and proud to serve the village of Round Lake Beach. So if you could please pin his badge on, and he'll step up and be sworn.
Just raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Timothy R. Goodwin,
I, Timothy R. Goodwin,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of police
the
officer
duties of the office of police officer
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability,
So help me God.
so help me God.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, Chief, he got a little brownie point there from the mayor and trustee Mount for the Boy Scouts.
I think he knew that because he helped prepare this.
Oh,
You know, the Goodwins, we've been fortunate, his brother was an intern with us and is also an excellent candidate, but he went down to Florida to become a police officer. So they have it in their blood, and Tim's doing good things for us also.
Terrific. And the next item on the Mayor's report is the Mobile Eye recognition. I should probably call this the Chief's report, actually, but Chief?
Sure. If Mobile Eye can come up, please. Mr. Miller, would you like to come up too? I don't know, when we've had this many people stand before the board before, it's. I think everybody's familiar with Mobile Eye and what they provide for the village, and I wanted to highlight one of the one of the recent activities and one of the recent incidents that they helped us on, and they actually helped save a life in this incident. Mrs. Miller, Helen Miller, was reported missing from their home on Pheasant Court last month, and her husband John searched the neighborhood for approximately 30 minutes, but he couldn't locate her. He contacted the police, and officers arrived on scene. They realized right away that she was an Alzheimer's patient and that they were going to need help. They contacted the Lake County Sheriff for a canine unit, and they paged out Mobileye. Mobileye responded within 15 minutes, and the following Mobileye members responded that quickly: Denise Jackson, Corey Jackson, Gary Olk, Veronica Pesovic, Brian Nicholson, Chuck Holtz, Craig Caldwell, Kim Caldwell, and Dave Hetzer. I can't tell you what it means to the officers on the street to have that much help that quickly when you're searching for somebody. It was a cold night, and Corey Jackson, actually searching the area, located Mrs. Miller unharmed in the 1500 block of Turnbull, which is approximately a quarter to a half mile away from home. And she was in the driveway, and this happened approximately 90 minutes after she went missing. She was returned home, and the officers responded to me that they couldn't have done this without Mobileye, so I wanted them to be recognized by the board, and I'd like to thank all the members for Mobileye. They provide thousands of hours of volunteer work and are always quick to respond, especially in bad weather. The Village of Round Lake Beach is lucky to have this organization full of heroes. Without their help, this could have been and ended in a tragedy. So again, I'd like to thank Mobileye. Now, to let you know what Mobileye does, they don't just come out and take care of these things, but the organization also solves problems. And so they thought about what they could do so that they wouldn't be out and that they could help this family so that they wouldn't have another tragedy like this. So I'll let Denise talk about what they have here.
Okay, with the help from Officer Crawford as well. While we were on scene looking for Mrs. Miller, we were trying to brainstorm some ideas of how we could maybe prevent this from happening again. One thing that Officer Crawford found online was a device called a Pocket Finder. It is a device, it's a GPS system, and it fits in your pocket. So you activate it, and it tells you, it gives you live updates within 2 minutes, and within I guess just within 2 minutes. So tonight, we just, Mr. Miller and I just activated the device, so we will be trying to use this as a way to keep Mrs. Miller safe in the future. So.
Corey, would you like to say a few words? Corey actually found her. Are you sure? Okay. Well, but like I said, I think everybody's aware of what they do. We see Mobileye in the community. I'm not quite sure everybody understands the thousands of hours annually that they donate to the community to help us. And they are always on call, and in all sorts of bad weather, we call them. And it is not like when we call Commonwealth Edison or somebody else for help and they tell us that the ETA will be 4 to 6 hours. They respond in 5 to 10 minutes. And they don't just respond with one, but they respond with everybody. In fact, we've sometimes asked, we just need a little bit of help if you could just send one, and they said that's not what they do. They're a full team, and they come out like this every time they respond. So again, thank you very much for everything that you do.
Thank you. Mary.
Mayor, could we do a picture with you with all the
Oh, yeah,
Mobileye
there
and the
you go.
family, please? Then that
Sure.
way you guys can all be on TV right here in front of the
Sorry,
camera.
Mayor, there's no babies, but
So Mobileye,
No,
come on,
stand next to
come up
Corey.
here and
He'll-
stand in front of the, yeah,
yeah, there you go.
there you go.
Hey, can I photobomb that one? Hey, you know, come on, Steve. You know I like to photobomb. Yeah, right, Chuck? Yeah, I'll get back. Oh. Hey, let Sue take a picture of this. Let me get out of the way. I'm just teasing. I was just teasing. Take another. I was in the back. I cut him out. Take another one, I was just playing. I was photobombing. Hey, I photobombed Santa Claus the other day. I thought Sue was gonna hit me. You know, Sue, Thanks again, guys. We don't say it often enough. Thanks again, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chief?
Yeah, we are very lucky to have Mobileye as part of our community. They also help other
I'm
communities
waiting.
around us, besides just Round Lake Beach. They help all the Round Lake areas in Haynesville and Grays Lake and Lakeville, wherever help is needed, they'll be there if they're called upon. Is there a clerk's report tonight?
No report tonight, thank you.
Okay, we'll move on to our items of business then. We just held a tax levy hearing, and now we have the ordinance to provide for the levy of taxes for the village of Round Lake Beach, Lake County, Illinois, for tax levy year 2015 to be collected in the year beginning January 1st, 2016, and ending December 31st, 2016. We just held the hearing, and we actually made some changes in it. Reduced it down to an increase of only 0.8%. The corporate levies, instead of being $893,143, they'll be $796,014. So you'll only see a 0.8% increase. I'm very glad we're able to do that. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Wallace, second by trustee Bennis. We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Mount.
Aye.
Trustee Bennis.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
That's approved 6-0. Item B is a resolution approving the contract with Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois for health insurance services for the village of Round Lake Beach, Illinois. Unfortunately, health insurance this year is going to be going up about 7.4% when it renews in February. It's higher than we'd like it, but it's been kind of up and down as far as the percentage going. I think we're only averaging about a 4% increase overall over the last 5 years or so. So that's very good for the health insurance market. And that's basically what trend is right now anyway. So if we can stay within that, we should be thankful. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Uh-oh. Good by trustee Valdez. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Husk. You have a motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Mount.
Aye.
Trustee Bennis.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
That's approved 6-0. Item C is a resolution authorizing the purchase of certain property located within the village of Round Lake Beach in an amount not to exceed $15,000. That's 1519 and 1521 Kenmore. This is another home that needs to be torn down as part of our neighborhood rehabilitation program. We've been doing that throughout the community as we're able to purchase these houses very cheaply and then clean up the property and then either leave them as open space or sell them off for future development of a nice house where another family can move it into. Any questions? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by trustee Butler, second by trustee Mount. We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Mount.
Aye.
Trustee Bennis.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
That's approved 6-0. Item D is a resolution approving a line of credit with the State Bank of the Lakes. We use this line of credit, it's $500,000 to purchase homes that we buy, repair, and put back on the market, and also to buy homes like the one that we're purchasing to tear down and later resell the lot, or as I said earlier, keep it as open space. Is there a motion to approve the line of credit?
So moved.
Motion by trustee
Second.
Bennis, second by trustee Valdez. We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Bennis.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Mount.
Aye.
That's approved 6-0. Item E is an ordinance approving the Illinois Public Risk Fund pooling agreement. We're going to be joining this group for our workers' compensation insurance, so we have a budgetable expense and hopefully can reduce our claims. But since they're another entity, we need to pass an actual ordinance approving the agreement. Do we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Mount, second by trustee Husk. We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez. Aye. Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Mount.
Aye.
Trustee Bennis.
Aye.
That's approved 6-0. Item F is a resolution authorizing and approving an award of contract to Airmark Uniform Services. We've consolidated 3 of our contracts into one. It's gonna be costing us about $141.70 per week over the next 3 years. And we have a 4th contract that when it renews, we'll try and roll that into this contract also, so we'll be just have one single contract to work on in the future. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Motion by trustee Wallace, second by trustee Butler. We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Mount.
Aye.
Trustee Bennis.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
That's approved 6-0. Item G is a resolution approving an amendment to meter reading service agreement between the Village of Rolling Beach and Pease Services Incorporated. We reached the end of the agreement with them. We still have a majority of our water meters that need to be read the old-fashioned way. We have a few of them that are being read electronically with a drive-by vehicle. The contract for this is $4,289.50 per month. It's still quite a bit cheaper than having anyone on our own staff do it, so we will continue our contract with them. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by
Second.
trustee Husk, second by trustee Wallace. We have a motion to second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Mount. Trustee Bennis.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
That's approved 6-0. Item H is an ordinance amending section 5-3-5, comma, I, comma, 1 of the village code regarding no parking requirements on school days. Several years ago, we had passed an ordinance to stop parking over by the high school because a lot of the students were using the side roads to park on rather than paying to park in the parking lot. We had a resident come forward and ask that we increase those restrictions to a couple extra blocks, which I thought we did originally, and apparently we didn't. They were looking to just take Idlewild from Beachview to South Channel, just the one additional block there. Staff has come back after looking at the map and also the suggestion that we have Ferndale from Beachview to Cedar Lake Road, South Channel from the ComEd right-of-way to Cedar Lake Road, Clarendon from Beachview to Cedar Lake Road, and Shady Lane Court also be added to those. We didn't have this full discussion at the committee meeting because we didn't have these additional roads listed. Anyone have any concerns about making that permit parking only, where the residents that live there can get permits from the village so they can still park there, but the other people would not be able to park there, and usually it's the students that are going to the high school and parking on the side streets. I mean, those are narrow roads over there still too, so it gets rather dangerous with all those additional people parking all the time there.
There a charge for residents to get permits to park there?
I don't believe so,
No.
no.
Okay.
And this will take effect when the signs go up, or,
Yeah, you gotta put signs up, otherwise
Right.
you can't just start
I mean-
sticking tickets.
is this January 1st, or is that what?
Whatever,
Depends how soon we get the signs.
So
Once we
Scott, as soon
pass
as
it-
we get the signs, we approve it, signs up, and bam.
I
Yes.
think we'd have a date here, or something, or,
well, the ordinance is effective upon passage and approval, like all your ordinances, but it's when the signage goes up.
There you go.
So they're not gonna, the police department's not gonna enforce until the signs are up.
exactly. Okay, thanks.
And then we'll go through the whole warning process and everything to make sure that they're educated first. This will also go in the next newsletter that goes out. The additional streets will be in there. Chris Gentes is holding up the letter, and I'll get it to her in the morning, so she has that additional information. So we'll do as much notice as we can.
I know there's cars parked in some of these areas right now that are students. If maybe we could put a little flyer on their vehicle letting them know that this is gonna be changing and they might wanna find alternative places to park.
Yes, sir.
Great, thank you.
Should we also add something and send it to the schools to let them know what was going on?
I can send something there. I'm not sure that they're aware of the ordinance as it is right now, but I'll send something to Heather so that she knows that we extend that. She's the public relations officer over there, and she's real good.
Both sides of the road?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if there's no other questions or comments on this, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Butler, second by trustee Valdez. We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Mount.
Aye.
Trustee Bennis.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
That's approved 6-0. Item I is an ordinance repealing and replacing section 9-7-7 of the village code regarding curfew. Round Lake Beach has a curfew for anyone that's under the age of 18. So state law is under 18. Oh, I had that backwards, under
17.
So
State law
17.
is 17.
Yeah, is what Round Lake Beach has, but state law is 18. It gets a little bit confusing out there for people that are moving throughout different towns, and then when state law is 18 and we have more restrictive law at 17.
Yeah, actually, you have 18 and the state law is 17. Your ordinance is more restrictive than the state law,
Yes.
not the
That was
state
it.
law. You said the state law was more restrictive than your ordinance.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Sorry.
I know what I meant.
Yeah,
I know.
we knew what you meant, Mayor.
So we just want to make it so that it's all the same, make it easier for everyone to fully understand and, yeah. You earned your money tonight. Okay, is there any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second?
Motion by trustee Mount, second by trustee Wallace. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Mount.
Aye.
Trustee Bennis.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
That's approved 6-0. Item J is an ordinance amending Title 8 of the Village Code regarding permit and inspection fees. We made some changes with our multifamily housing recently with some of the fees on that, and kind of had us take a look then at our Village Code for other inspections, because some of the things we wanted to charge for in the multi-housing, we weren't charging for on regular inspections. So if people aren't ready for their inspection and our inspector shows up, there'll be a fee to redo it. If they call in the same day to cancel the inspection, there's a fee for that. And a few other fees are changing also. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved?
Second.
Motion by trustee Husk, second by trustee Bennis. We have a motion and a second. Any questions? Please call the roll.
Trustee Bennis.
Aye.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Mount.
Aye.
That's approved 6-0. Item J, an ordinance amending Title 8 of the Village Code regarding permit and inspection fees. Okay, no, I just read that one, didn't I?
Yeah.
Sorry, item K. Ratification of collective bargaining agreement with ASME Local number 347. ASME has approved the 4-year contract that will begin on January 1st, 2016. Gives the members raises of 2.5% per year over the 4 years. Now the village board has the option of approving that. I do want to thank both the bargaining teams of ASME and the village for coming forward with a nice positive agreement that I think we can all live with. Any questions by the board? Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by trustee Butler. Is there a second?
Second?
Second by trustee Husk. We have a motion and a second. Any questions by the board? Please call the roll.
Trustee Husk.
Aye.
Trustee Valdez.
Aye.
Trustee Wallace.
Aye.
Trustee Butler.
Aye.
Trustee Mount. Trustee Bennis.
Aye.
That's approved 6-0. That was our last item of business. It is now open to public participation. Anyone who has a question or comment for the board, please come to the microphone, give your name and address for the record. Either ask your question or state your comment. Well, thank you for all being here tonight. I don't believe we have any executive session, so we don't have any action on those items. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
By trustee Wallace, second by trustee Mount. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned. Thank you, everyone.